Hey everybody, what's up? My name is Avialence and welcome to the first of many Battlefield 4 videos. Today in this video I figured we'd give you just an overall impressions, my feelings on some things in the beta, features such as leaning, the new swimming, sidearm while swimming as you're seeing right now, as well as a couple other things, and just kind of touch on what I've enjoyed about the beta and what I haven't. The beta did launch this week on Tuesday. It will be available to all of you Friday is when the open beta officially goes live. You have 3 days early access if you either pre-ordered Battlefield 4 or a Battlefield 3 Premium member, or you got Medal of Honor Warfighter. I think there's a few other ways to get it, but that's kind of the gist of it. It had a rough launch on the 360. That's what you guys are seeing all this footage from. And, you know, if you have access to it on the PC, I recommend playing it on the PC. That is where the full beta is. And I'm going to go ahead and talk about that real quick. I was playing on the 360, and overall, it was very disappointing compared to the PC version. Why do I not have the PC version? Because I didn't pre-order the game on PC. I also did not have Premium on my PC. I ended up buying it on my 360 because that's where all my friends were for Battlefield 3. So that's kind of the gist of that. But basically, the current gen console versions are pretty bad. What do I mean by that? Well, if you go in the PC version of the game, one of the wild things is you have 64 players. And on a map like Siege of Shanghai, which is a map you'll be playing in the beta, it feels very limited. And I mean that in the way of there's not a lot of players going around the map. I've been playing a lot of domination personally just because it fits the player size. And a lot of the textures and stuff have difficulty loading. Now, I know this is the alpha version of the game, and I know that that's kind of how this works. However, I also know that Battlefield 3 honestly probably looked a little better than this beta. And the Battlefield 3 beta overall was much better, at least on the consoles. So that's a little rough. And I'm just saying that to state the obvious. I mean, the 360 and the PS3 are going to have a very tough time making this game what it needs to be. It does feel next gen in the element of how polished it is, also how well the vehicles work, and all the vehicle changes and character changes. I mean, they work extremely well. But in the long run, the 360 and PS3 versions are junk. You're going to want to buy the newer consoles in order to get the 64 players online, because the PC version of this game is great. I mean, for example, in the Siege of Shanghai Conquest mode, basically how the spawns work is the PC have attack helicopters. Us on the beta do not. We have no attack helicopters, at least as of right now. The PC players also have multiple tank spawns. I believe it's 2 a team. We only have 1 in Conquest. The PC players also have 32v32. They have 5 capture points in Conquest. We only have 3. We have A, B, and C, and they have A, B, C, D, and E. So it really goes to show how much of the map is limited by current generation technology, and it's a little rough. So that's when I say, can you get on the PC? Play it on the PC. Now, graphics and what you would expect aside, the beta's been a lot of fun. I've played it more than GTA Online, mainly because GTA Online is not working. But after getting in the beta, I can tell you that some of the mechanics have changed for the better. I am a veteran Battlefield player, however, I'm not good on like full-out stats or anything. I played a lot of 3, but I played it casually, so I can't tell you gun stats or anything like that right off the top of my head. But what I can tell you is that Battlefield 4 feels a lot better. The first thing I'd like to talk about is obviously the vehicle combat, as you're seeing me in right now. The vehicle combat's great. The new disabled feature where you can disable and get like vehicle mobility hits and stuff, that is phenomenal, and it works very, very well. I've driven a tank a couple times. I've been the gunner of a tank multiple times too. You guys will see videos of that coming up later this evening where it's just unedited without me talking over it. And I can tell you that it was very satisfying. The mechanics work well. I mean, I like how the tanks take about 5-6 rockets to destroy now, but if you do hit a tank towards the front where most of its armor is, it's actually going to take less damage. So it makes it all the more important of where you hit the tank when you're engaging other tanks, as well as if you're an engineer and using some rockets to take that out. So it's very cool to have that feature in there. Now, moving on from vehicle to infantry, the infantry combat is much better in 4, and I mean that in how smooth it is. The movement is extremely fluid for a beta. The weapons handle fantastic as well, at least the ones that I've used. I've typically been using the carbines. I'm a big fan of the carbines, however you want to pronounce it. And I was very happy to unlock the 2 that were in the beta. I believe it's the AC5 and then the ACR. ACRW, and I've loved both of those. The ACRW, I definitely need to get some attachments because the attachments do influence weapon stats a lot more now, unfortunately. But you know, I actually kind of like it because it lets you build a different weapon. But the whole weapon customization is great. I mean, now you can have a scope, you can have an accessory. These accessories include stuff like magnified scopes, where you can just click over a 2x magnifier. That's something that I wish I could get on the other weapons, but so far I've only seen it on the 2 LMGs or the support guns. So I really hope it's not limited by class, and I don't think it is, because after watching some PC gameplay again, the PC beta guys have a lot more there for them to unlock and use attachments for and stuff. So the infantry combat works well. The one new feature that I really enjoy is the lean feature. Now when you're in cover or crouched behind a wall or whatever, you can hold the left trigger to lean effectively. It'll pop up on your screen. But basically leaning will lean the torso of your character around the corner. It's corner leaning. I guess it does cover, so anything cover oriented. Around a corner, left to right. It also goes over cover as well, so you can lean up. What I would compare it to is the Far Cry cover system, and it actually works very well. I use it all the time, and it's very responsive, so definitely worth using. Now, there's also the implementation of these things called battle packs, and you get these from a, getting a certain amount of points. The first one was a bronze battle pack, the second a bronze, and it takes 110,000 points to get across all the classes. So as long as you accumulate that many across all your playable classes, you'll be fine, you'll get those packs. It seems like the rate in which the cost of these increases the higher up you rank. I've only ranked to rank 3, but again, I don't quite understand the system, so if any of you can clarify it for me, that'd be great. All I know is they give you attachments and gun camos. So that's how you're going to unlock your gun camos and attachments. Now, some attachments you'll get from just, leveling up the weapon, but most of the attachments that you're going to get are from these battle packs. So they give you like a random one. I would compare it to like the Mass Effect or Warframe like loot card system, which kind of sucks, but I guess it makes you want to play more in order to unlock more. And I understand where they're coming from there, because after you unlock everything in Battlefield 3, it's kind of like meh, whatever. So it's cool to see that. The customizable weapon camos and stuff, I haven't gotten any yet. I know they're in the PC beta. I do not know if they're in the console beta. You get them via battle packs, so I haven't had a chance to check those out yet. But when I do, I'll be sure to post a video about that. And the other thing I wanted to touch on is power weapons. So power weapons do spawn. The 2 that you're namely going to see, I guess 3 that you're namely going to see in this beta are the UAG-12 or UAGS, I can't remember. The automatic shotgun from Battlefield 3 is in here. You also have the M82, and that is the Barrett 50 cal, better known as, and that gun's a beast. I love picking that thing up. And then I've also encountered the 6-round grenade launcher. I'm not sure the official name of it, but it's the same one you see in Call of Duty and every other military game. And then there's also a Titan launcher, which is a fire and forget. You hold down, basically, you hold down the button to keep the lock on the target as it traces the target. That shoots a burst of 3 missiles to take down aerial and ground targets, which works very well. So there's a lot here, right? There's a lot in the Battlefield 4 beta. It's fun, and I've been streaming it. I'll be streaming it this Friday if you guys are interested in checking it out with my coworkers. I'll also be putting out multiple videos and clips, and if you guys want to hear me talk about anything in particular, please leave a comment on this video, and I'll be happy to do so. But overall, I'm not very impressed with the console beta. The PC beta is amazing, the console beta not so much. I think it really just shows that Battlefield 4 is a next-gen game, and this basically, if you buy it on the 360 or the PS3, you're paying for a portion of a game. You're not even paying for a full game, I would argue. And I hate to say that, but that's exactly how it comes across. The beta does not feel complete on the Xbox and the PS3. Now, again, I've played on the Xbox 360, but from what I've been told, it's the same build. It's not complete. It's not all there. It doesn't feel like the next-gen Battlefield experience as far as scope and size, because these consoles can't handle it. This is current generation. The next-gen Battlefield experience is on next-gen consoles. And that's just kind of how I feel about the whole thing. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please feel free to give it a like, toss me a comment, tell me what you've thought about the Battlefield 4 beta, as well as if you have anything you'd like to hear me talk about. Like I said, the scale and everything, just not what you'd expect it to be, and it's a little frustrating when you think about it that way, but that's exactly how it comes across. I mean, you guys saw the building dropping in the middle of this video, possibly playing it again. I don't know. I'm recording the commentary before I edit the video, so possibly playing again. But the building dropping in the middle of Shanghai, I mean, we saw how amazing that looked in the actual demos, and it looks great on the PC version. But if you just look at this in slow motion, I tell you, I'm just playing it in slow motion right now. It's bad. It looks bad. It's not there. I mean, this console cannot handle what Battlefield 4 is offering, and that's where the frustration really sinks in. I mean, I know we're only a month and a half out from consoles, and I'll probably pick up Battlefield 4 on the 360 just to level up my classes and stuff before I actually go to the Xbox One, but it's just very obvious that this generation is done, especially for games like this, and that's, I kind of guess, where a lot of the frustration comes for me, you know, because it's rough to see that this could be better, but it can't be because it's current gen. So, you know, that's just kind of the debate. But anyway, guys, like I said, feel free to like this video if you enjoyed it. If you have anything in particular you want me to talk about Battlefield oriented, or any specific clips you'd like to see, like tank gameplay, sniper gameplay, etc., etc., feel free to drop a comment, and I will do my best to make it happen. And if this is the first time you're ever seeing a video for me, or if you have not from me, excuse me, or if you have not subscribed to this channel already, please feel free to hit that subscribe button for more Battlefield 4 content from the open beta that's coming out this week. I will be going to the PC version as soon as I get access to it, because the PC version is much better than the console version. Anyway, guys, enjoy Battlefield 4. Enjoy the Battlefield 4 beta. It is open to everybody this coming Friday, October 4th. And if you have premium on Battlefield 3, pre-ordered premium on 4, pre-ordered 4, or have Medal of Honor Warfighter, you can access it right now. Thank you guys, and I'll see you in the next video.